Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel, BK World TV. Today we will be continuing the build the U.S.S. Enterprise D series from DeAgostini, Japan. This is for Pack 13, stages 47 through 50. So today we will be continuing on the build the U.S.S. Enterprise D series from DeAgostini, Japan. This is Pack 13, stages 47 through 50. So as you can see, we got all the parts for 47 through 50 here. Then we also got the magazine or the instruction book for Pack 13. So we'll first take a look at the contents of the magazine, and then we'll get started on the build. So as you can see here, we have the magazine that's included in Pack 13. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the contents in the back here. So this magazine starts off from episode 3, or season 3, my bad, season 3, episode 9, the Vengeance Factor. So as you can see, we got Jonathan Frakes and Lisa Wilcox there. I think it says here they're posing for promotional photos, but you can see some of the on-screen episode photos there. And then the next is the Defector from episode 10. We also got the Romulan, played by James Solian. I'm not if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I think he also played Odo's father, Mora Paul, in Deep Space Nine as well. Then we got, I think it describes like the Henry V's costume there as well. Then if we move on to the next episode, which is The Hunted, episode 11. I believe this was one where he kind of escapes the detention area on the Enterprise D. Kind of makes his way around the corridor, or escapes his way around the ship. And then we have The High Ground, episode 12. This, I believe, this one where they placed the bomb on the warp core. I like the musical score on that episode. Kind of intense yet interesting as well. Then you got some background photo scenes from the set there as well. Then we have Deja Q from episode 13, and then it's been nominated for the Emmy nominated for the visuals as well as for the music. Then we got some concept arts of, I think, the episode there of I guess like the shuttle pod, or the shuttlecraft, and the Q disappearing as well. And then the famous facepalm, which had a lot of memes throughout the years. And then the last one is episode 14, A Matter of Perspective. And then, of course, got the space station here, which I think they've reused in several different series as well. Yeah, that's just a brief overview of the contents of the magazine. So we will now go ahead and get started on the build for Pack 13. So in stage 47, we will be attaching a little more parts to the nacelle as well, and then also getting another deck panel installed onto the saucer section. So let's go ahead and get started. So first off, we will be taking the warp engine field grill reflector for the left side here. So we'll be basically getting two of these clear pieces and just sliding the other one right inside one another. Let's see if it fits. Just a little bit tight there. Just like that. And then we will be getting one of the little clear stickers here, and then wrapping it right over to secure both pieces together so they won't come apart. Basically just gonna go right through the front there. Just line it up, and we will just wrap it around side just like that. Then next we will be bringing in the nacelle here, and then we'll be fitting this piece right behind the nacelle there, the area that's curved a little bit. So I guess we will just slide this on in right there. Just like that. And then in this step here, that's basically it for what we're going to do for the nacelle. So we'll set the nacelle aside, and then we will get our deck panel here, and then we'll need to attach all the windows on this panel. So we'll go ahead and attach the windows and then be right back. So now that we got our windows installed onto this metal deck panel here, we'll be installing it onto the saucer section. So we'll bring over our saucer section right here. Zoom out just a little bit. So basically the deck panel will be installed right there. So we'll go ahead and get that installed. But before we install the deck panel, forgot to install the lighting here. So the included lighting cable, the red and blue, it's gonna connect right to there, which if we flip it over, the red and blue is gonna line up right onto this slot right there, and then the red or the yellow and black is gonna slot right up there. Then we will feed this through into the bottom there. And then now what we're gonna do is we're gonna install the deck panel. If you carefully move the deck panel into position right there, just like that. And then we will be securing the deck panel into place with 6 BM screws and 4 EM screws. So let's go ahead and get it screwed in. So as you can see, we now got the deck panel installed there. So next what we'll be doing is we will be installing the wire that we just connect for the lighting that we just connected, and then we will be connecting that onto the next slot on the PCB board there. Let's go ahead and get that plugged in. So just like that. And then next we will be testing the lighting. So we will be connecting the battery pack here to the in-out slot on the board there. So let's go ahead and get that battery pack connected, just like that. Then we will flip the entire sauce section over here. Then if we turn off the studio lights, second, maybe we need to turn off the other one as well. So it's going to get a little bit dark, but as you can see, we now got this part right here installed. If we get a little bit of the light back, we got this part installed right here. So we turn back all of our studio lights. That is basically it for stage 47. So we just basically installed the this deck panel here, and then worked on a little bit of the warp nacelle. So now we'll move on to the next stage. In stage 48, we will be assembling another deck panel and also attaching, I think, this deck panel and another deck panel onto the south section, as well as working a little bit on the warp nacelle as well. So let's get started. So as you can see, we got our deck panel here. So we'll be installing the escape pod hatches and the windows onto this deck panel here. So we'll go ahead and get that set up and be right back. So as you can see, we now got the escape pod hatches and the windows installed. So next we'll be installing the two reflectors for it, as well as the lighting. So we'll be taking the red or the yellow and black wire for the lighting and attaching it to the bottom reflector here. Goes in just like that. And then this one will be seated right here. So it'll be just seated right there, just like that. And then we'll be securing that into place with 3 DM screws. So let's screw it in. And now that we got one of the reflectors installed, next we'll be installing the reflector for the other side to hold the cover the remaining windows. And then we will be also installing the or adding the blue and red wiring to our lighting cable onto that reflector as well. Then we're gonna seat this right here, just like that. And then we're gonna secure that into place with also 3 DM screws. So let's go ahead and get that screwed in. So as you can see, we now got the reflector installed on both sides for this deck panel. So next we'll be testing the lighting for it. So beginning our little battery pack and PCB board here. And then we're going to connect the lighting cable onto slot C. This is right there. Then we will test the lighting for it. So as you can see, turn off the overhead light here, but we see better. So as you can see, it is lighting up. So now that we have the lighting, now that we've made sure that the lighting is working, we'll be attaching this deck panel onto the saucer section. So let's bring over our saucer section here. So as you can see, we have our saucer section right here. And then we will be installing this deck panel onto this section right over here. And then we'll be feeding the wire right through this gap down here. And basically the panel will be fitted in just like that. And then we will be securing that panel into place with 2 BM screws. So let's go ahead and get it screwed in. So now that we have the screws installed onto this deck panel right here, next what we're going to do is we're going to connect the lighting cable for it. So if you can find the lighting cable, which is this one right here. Then we'll be connecting this one into the next available slot down there. And then next we're going to be installing another deck panel that we created or set up initially in stage 36. So let's go ahead and get that deck panel. So this will be the deck panel that we set up in stage 36. And we will be installing that deck panel onto the other side of the saucer section here. So we're installing the deck panel right here. So basically it'll be installed right in here. Then we're going to secure that from the other side with 3 BM screws. So let's go ahead and get this one all screwed in. So as you can see, we got the deck panel screwed in here. So if you flip it over, we've installed this part of the deck panel. Over here is where we will later install the main bridge, as well as the shuttle bay compartment, I think that or the panel that we installed, I think in maybe stage 1. So that'll be, I think, later on, but so far it's looking really nice. So next we'll be working on the warp nacelle. So let's get the section out of the way. So here we have our little warp nacelle here. So basically what we're going to do, so we'll be installing this warp engine field grill. It's the right reflector. And then we'll be installing this little inner piece on the inside here. So we'll be sliding that piece right in. Just like that. And then we'll be installing this piece right here onto this side of the warp nacelle. So we're just sliding that right in. Just like that. And then that is it for stage 48. In stage 49, we'll be adding another piece onto the warp nacelle. And then also starting on another deck panel, installing all the windows and escape pod hatches. So let's get started. So first off, in this stage, we'll be installing this warp engine field grill reflector for the right side of this nacelle here. So basically we'll be installing it over there. So basically there's two pieces to this grill, or the reflector. As you can see, and then we just basically fit this in, just flush to the other piece that's on top. And then we'll be taking this clear tape to secure both pieces together. So let's get the clear sticker here. Then we are just going to place this right in the center right there. Just like that. Then we're going to slide this through right into that little gap there. So just like that, we put the other piece through, and then we put the reflector for the nacelle, the other rest of the nacelle back in. So just like that, as you can see, we now got the reflectors here in the front, and then the reflector all along the warp engine there. So that is it for the nacelle part, and now we're going to move on to the deck panel. So as you can see, we got the reflector here, but we have this deck panel, and then we'll need to install all the windows and escape pod hatches. So we'll go ahead and get the panel set up first. So we'll be right back. So as you can see, we now got the escape pod hatches and the windows all installed onto the deck panel. So next what we're going to do is we're going to install this reflector piece right here along with the lighting cable. So the red and black wire is going to go onto the left side of the reflector here, and then the white and yellow onto the right side right here. And then we're going to set that into place onto the deck panel here. So just like that. And then we are going to secure both pieces together with two BP screws. So let's go ahead and screw it in. And we now have the deck panel all set up here. So next we're just gonna test the lighting with our test battery pack and the test board here. So we're gonna connect the lighting cable from the deck panel onto slot D here. Then we're going to test the lighting. So if we turn off the overhead light here, as you can see, it lights up. Everything is working fine. So basically that is it for stage 49. In stage 50, we will be installing another piece of the reflector for the warp nacelle, and also setting up another deck panel here. So let's get started. So first, for the reflector for the warp nacelle, we'll be getting this two reflector pieces, and this white piece it's gonna slide right into this blue piece right here. Then we'll bring over the warp nacelle right here, and then we'll be installing this onto the rear portion of the nacelle. So basically we need to bend this wire for the lighting up a little bit. So basically the reflector will sit right there, right on top of the little wire that's on the bottom. And then that is it for the warp nacelle in this stage. So next we'll move on to the deck panel. So as you can see, we got the deck panel here for the south section, and this is where the impulse engine for the south section will be. But anyways, we'll be installing the escape hatches and the windows on this one. So we'll go ahead and do that and be right back. So as you can see, we now got the escape pod hatches and the windows installed. So as usual, we'll be installing the reflector and the lighting for it. So we will be taking the yellow and white side of the lighting here and then connecting that to the reflector panel right there on the bottom. And then we're going to set this right onto the deck panel there. Just like that. And then we're going to secure this into place together with 3 BP screws, so let's screw it in. So just like that, we got the both the reflector and the deck panel set up or installed together. So next we're going to test the lighting for this as well. So we'll be connecting this onto the D slot of the test board here, and we'll turn off our overhead lights here. Then as you can see, the lighting is working. We'll be installing this portion of the lighting cable I guess later on in the next pack or so. But anyways, get the lights back on. That is it for stage 50 and for pack number 13. So as you can see in pack 13, we installed these deck panels right up here, and then also installed this deck panel that we previously set up, I think, in the earlier packs. And then also we've assembled together 2 more of the deck panels. I guess we'll be installing those somewhere right here, just like that, in the next pack or so. And then we also installed some additional reflectors onto the warp nacelle here. This little clear plastic parts of the light to reflect light. But anyways, so far I think the saucer section is looking really nice. I do like it, although there are a little bit of gaps. I may need to just figure out what to do with them. I think maybe put some putty on or something to make it a little more seamless. I did try to adjust the deck panel, but that's as close as of a gap that I could get to it. But yeah, so far still looking nice. Still, I think, a long ways to go, but we're getting there. So hope you guys are enjoying the journey on the build the U.S.S. Enterprise D series. But anyways, if you liked the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be continuing on this build. I think still a long ways to go, so going through into the next year. But anyways, happy early new year for those that are watching this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.